Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Tuesday the 30th of April. Okay, a brief look at what information or what data has come out during the Asian session, and Chinese data is reporting manufacturing coming back down, almost back into negative territory. Last month we'd seen it sort of claw its way out. This month it looks like it wants to go back in, so it may be taking a dip back towards that way, we'll see, but just above the negative aspect. Looking forward, we've got some data. We've got German data coming out all day. German inflation, or I say all day, all morning, up to about midday. We've got data coming out there. We've got an MPC speaker for the Bank of England speaker, but he's talking about innovation, so I don't think that will be in banking. Don't think that will be a big hit at 8:40. Side of that, we've got the GDP for prelim GDP even at 10 o'clock for the Eurozone. May get a kicker from that. It doesn't seem to have the biggest impact on the markets, but might do in the current state. And then at 1:30 we've got a monthly GDP figure coming out for Canada, which again normally is quite light in terms of its effect on the market, but we'll see how it fares. Okay, that's the main thing. Chicago PMI 245 and consumer confidence at 3 o'clock in the US. They tend to have less impact, although they're rated higher, but they don't have massive impact generally. So there we go. That's what we've got to look forward to. There is some data coming out. At the moment, the euro is running into its daily 8. It will be interesting to see how it holds here. It's one of the key points for me looking here, for particularly planning the day ahead. If it can break this early morning, I would be looking at that daily 21. It may even become a target to trade. We'll just see how it runs. At the moment we've just sort of broken the 8 o'clock candle here and heading up. Watch out, we've got a 4-hourly 50 just above, which may just sort of think, well, we're breaking, and it just stalls into that 4-hour 50. It'd be a first test, so if it does edge up towards the area, that could stall things. It's only about 12 pips away from where we're sitting at the moment, so not really worth the target. We could, and there is a daily pivot sitting below us, and we could head off back towards that. Again, there we may find some support. We've got yesterday's highs around that area, so we could find support around the area, so just watch out for that sort of area as potential support. In doing so, though, it will put in a lower high because it will have broken the more recent low, so just watch for that and see the reaction to it. If it breaks through the 34, well, we could be on for a bigger correction. We've already seen the 60-minute 50 tested, but I'm still thinking we might still push up further yet and have a bit more of a retrace, so I've got to put that into my mind now. Okay, although big picture I'm quite bearish. The pound pushing up at the moment. Small couple of days here. We've seen inside day yesterday pretty much. It's looking like consolidation and wants to push to the upside. It's got the daily 200 heading south. It might give that another test yet. If it can break that, then we're on for that 21, maybe daily 21 on the bigger picture there. Just nearing, again we've got a 4-hourly 50 just above us here. Again, this could provide the resistance. If it can get past this, and you've seen the euro pushing past, then it opens up the upside for a bit further, a bit more of a retracement. There we go. Wow, as I'm speaking, you've seen the moves. Bit of a shot up there. Let's just see how it reacts to this. If it starts breaking up, then maybe a retracement may give the opportunity for further upside. But you see how tight it was yesterday. It did eventually break down for the daily pivot, but slow old movement there. Okay, dollar yen. Expect the volatility on this is generally lower, but it's strengthened yet again here this morning. It's pushing the opposite way. Testing back to last week's lows there. If it breaks this area, well, again, we could we're seeing this sort of bit of dollar weakness coming through, and it's actually affecting the yen the way it should do normally. It's pushing to the downside. Okay, so it's showing the same signs all the way through. At the moment it's looking weak, maybe even any retraces into maybe the 6-minute 21 would give a decent sell point. As it stands at the moment, I'm still big picture bullish, but short term it's looking quite negative at the moment. Aussie dollar, I'm certainly big picture negative on this, and it is showing a bit of a negative hand at the moment. It did pitch up Thursday, Friday last week. It's already sold, broken the trend line across the lows there. Effectively, well, it's double bottomed here. Maybe it'll hang in there, but if it breaks that double bottom, it just looks like it's got further downside. This will have the Chinese sort of market data will impact the likes of the Aussie much more, and it does look weak there. Canadian dollar, not one to be trading first thing in the morning, I would point out, but I know some will continue to trade it first thing in the morning. It's never that great, and it can really take people to the cleaners because it jumps all over the place, but they like it all the same. Okay, so what's it doing? Well, it's hand railing that 4-hourly 34 at the moment. It has still got really an untouched weekly pivot below, but my preference is further upside on this, but just wait and see what it does here. It's put a series of lower highs in, lower lows coming through the last few days there, and well, it needs to break yesterday's highs to be more bullish, and then looking for a retrace to buy in. So there we go. That's a bit of a roundup on the currencies today, as I've covered the news already. So we'll just watch out for the German inflation today. 10 o'clock we've got the European GDP, 1:30 Canadian GDP, and then 2:45, well, not so much 2:45, but 3 o'clock the US consumer confidence. Have a great day. I'll speak to you in the morning. Bye for now.